Rock and Roman Reigns returned to Smackdown on Friday night for exclusive broadcast that advertised the road to WrestleMania. The Great One and the Undisputed Universal Champ addressed the events of the kickoff press conference, as well as Triple H thinly veiled words a week ago, and continued to build to WrestleMania. And there's much more on the card, including an Elimination Chamber qualifier match between Kevin Owens and Dominic Mysterio. And Kevin Owens joined the match by defeating the Judgment Day Dominic Mysterio. Owens overcame an inverting distraction for an unexpected R-Truth at ringside and rolled late. Mysterio reeled ordered Truth to fetch him a chair, attempting to manipulate him by promising a shot in the Judgment Day. Ways to the heels gained. Truth teabagging along with the orders, only to sit down in the chair. Mysterio turned up into a pop-up powerbomb as Owens cashed his ticket to Perth. A solid match, enhanced by a red-hot crowd in Salt Lake City, and the progression in the Truth Judgment Day story made this a great start to what was a seriously newsworthy show. And yeah, I think obviously the right result with KO going through instead of Dom. So yeah, gets a 7 out of 10 from me. And we then got a women's elimination chamber qualifying match, and it was Zelina Vega versus Tiffany Stratton, and it was Tiffany Stratton who got the win. The match was solid, but it was overshadowed by the presence of LDF in the front row as the arrival of LWO to counter them. As the fight arena between Vega and Stratton spilled to the arena floor, Elektra Lopez talked trash with the former, leading to the one of the Queen of the Ring in WWE history, pulling her over the guardrail and beating up on her. The distraction allowed Stratton to put her down for a spine buster and had the prettiest moonsault ever. There was some solid action here, and Stratton continues to impress on the main roster, and even better, it intensified the ongoing rivalry between the two factions. So yeah, another decent match on SmackDown. So yeah, on the whole it gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Akam and Razor, collectively known as the Authors of Pain, then made their way to the ring to make short work of NXT opponents Javier Bernal and Bo Morris. It was a short, sweet reintroduction to one of the most dominant tag teams of the modern era as the creative team continues to hype the final testament up. No issues with this. Yeah, good stuff. Just great to see the AOP back in action. I've been a big fan of them, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what they can do. Logan Paul then completed a star-studded kind of line up for the Elimination Chamber, defeating The Miz. Paul overcame a knee injury that was focused on throughout the match by his opponent to earn the victory, and did not do it all by himself. Late in the match, Buddy Jeff introduced a pair of brass knucks. Miz tossed them away, but the distraction allowed Paul to recover and drive his Hollywood A-lister opponent into the mat for the win. The match was better than it should have been on paper, but that would not surprise anyone who paid attention to Paul and Miz's first match at SummerSlam 2 years ago. They have chemistry, and even with the tables turned and the roles reversed, that was on display here. Paul winning was the right call and completes one of my star-studded seals in Elimination Chamber history. So yeah, that's good. I thought it was a fun match as well, and yeah, like I say, probably the right decision. I'm looking forward to seeing how Logan Paul does in the Elimination Chamber. Naomi is the next competitor glowing to the Elimination Chamber, defeating Alba Fire in a hotly contested match, tapping her out and moving one step closer to challenging either Rhea Ripley or Nia Jax at WrestleMania. Naomi looked really good here, it has to be said, crisp between the ranks and more confident than she did in her prior run with the country. Perhaps that can be attributed to evolving and growing her skill set during her TNA run, but she was on point here. It was nice to see Fire and partner Ryder Dawn being built in some form of fashion, which is what they deserve. But yeah, with the return of Naomi being even more successful, that made for a really good segment. So yeah, on the whole, it gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Good stuff, and yeah, definitely pleased to see what Naomi can do in the Elimination Chamber. But The Rock and Roman Reigns were then on SmackDown. Sunglasses, $500 vests draped over his massive perks. Heel Rock was in the house on Friday nights, and he wasted little time letting the world know that he is not the people champ they had grown up to love. This was a vindictive Rock, an entitled megastar who watched his plans to headline WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, his family spotlighted in the biggest match in company history, go up in flames because the WWE Universe and their unbreakable bond with Cody. In between one-liners and insults, Rock vowed to make sure Reigns lost to Reigns for the second consecutive year in place of the bloodline alongside the rest of them. It may appear there's no new wrinkle or development here, but Reigns was adamant early in the promo that everyone was said by him and The Rock had meaning and was enough for the fans to understand. Expect something here, particularly his vow to see Rhodes lost, and anything that comes back into shortly. Perhaps anything alludes to the power he yields as a member of the board at TKO. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how it all plays into it. Overall, SmackDown next week gets a 6 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I enjoyed this week's episode of SmackDown, I have to say. Really good segment at the end by The Rock and Roman Reigns, and then before that, obviously some really good action in there as well, which was good stuff. So yeah, on the whole, an enjoyable episode of SmackDown. I have to say the Elimination Chamber is really hopping up, and it looks like a good show. So yeah, good stuff. Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.